Show joining us right now. The mayor of Shredville. Oh, where's my hat? Hold on. Where's my Shredville hat? Where's my Shredville hat?
Everything's been moved.
Gosh. Mayor of Shredville, the head coach of your UC Davis Aggies. Tim Plough. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Boys, doing great. How we doing?
Awesome.
Doing fantastic. It's, Coach, it is the most wonderful time of the year. College football is in full swing. We're absolutely into the NFL season now. What a week 5 we had. You've got Kings preseason basketball starting tonight. Not a huge hockey guy, but hockey started. Like this.
Baseball playoffs
are in a full swing, pun intended. This is the best time of the year, Coach.
I agree. I mean, the only thing I'm struggling with is my Padres got eliminated by the Cubs, and my Chargers are losing players by the day. Yeah. So I'm really struggling with who to root for. But other than that, I'm with you. Like, this is awesome.
I don't know if you do. So what I do, because I'm a Giants fan, is Jason's a Yankees fan, no offense, but like the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Phillies, they're the 3 teams I don't want to win because they've had recent success, and they're also a big payroll team. So I'll pick like Seattle, the Brewers, teams
You're
like.
okay with the Padres?
I would. I would 100% been okay. I really would have. Honestly, I probably would have. I think I said this. I probably would have picked the Padres maybe over everyone just because, and no offense, Coach, but San Diego, historically, that is.
I need something.
When I say it's the worst sports town, I don't mean fans. I mean titles. Like you guys, man, it's been a struggle for San Diego winning titles.
And we don't just lose; we crash and burn. Like we find unique ways to get this done. I didn't even realize someone showed the other day. Like I think the Mariners and the Padres and maybe like 2 other teams are the only 4 not to win a World Series.
Yeah.
So,
well,
next year,
Coach.
Yes.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. And I have a deep hatred of the Dodgers. Like I can't really explain how far that goes. The only way I can explain it to people is I got drafted by the Dodgers in 2003, and my dad did not speak to me for 3 days.
Wow.
You hate the Dodgers, Coach. I can help you. Because they're a horrible, dirty, lame franchise filled with bandwagon-y, show up in the 3rd inning, leave in the 7th inning fans that have no idea what they're rooting for. They're everything that's wrong with sports, Coach.
I just can't stand them, and all their players are very talented, and it just bothers me. I mean, the wheel play they made the other night on that bunt just made me want to dive off of a cliff. It's a great play, but I hate that they made the play.
Well, I'm glad it only lasted 3 days because if you ended up going with the Dodgers, you and your dad's relationship might have changed forever.
Good point.
No doubt. Well, the truth is, I mean, I don't think this – well, maybe he was lying to me, but I wasn't 18 yet, and so your dad has to sign the contract. And he didn't sign it. He wouldn't sign it. And I don't think it was – I hope it's because he thought I was too young to move to Tulsa. But, yeah, it might have been just because he didn't want me to play for the Dodgers. That's how I came to Davis.
I know that we have to talk about Davis football, but I like this rabbit hole now. So what were you drafted as, Coach?
I was drafted as an outfielder, and I was supposed to go to the single A. The Tulsa Drillers was where I was going to go. And my dad would not sign the contract. He wanted me to go to college. He said, your job is to get a degree, and then you can do whatever you want, but I'm still in charge. So he said, you're going to go to college, and you're going to play whatever you want there, and then when you're done with college, you can do whatever you want.
So for the association, for Dave and I, for all those listening, who's the comp? Who's a Tim Plough version of you, past or present baseball player?
Great question.
Oh, man, that's a good question. Oh, God. You know what? A guy that just popped in my mind, I don't know why this came to my mind because, like I said, I'm a Padre fan, but Hunter Pence.
Okay.
Would probably be a guy that I would think of because, you don't really do anything spectacular. You just kind of do it all okay, right? Like you get it done. You get it done, and in Southern California, man, you play baseball. It's what you do. Everyone, you play it from when you're little to when you get as old as you can. So baseball was my first love, and then I got to Davis to play both, and I blew my knee out my freshman year playing football, so I didn't even get to play baseball.
Yeah, that's the problem with football. And then you sit here now, and obviously no regrets. You're in a great spot, and you got your degree, great life, all that. But do you ever wonder? Do you ever wonder if you'd gone to Tulsa?
Absolutely. I think about it a lot. You know what? I've thought about it a lot more lately because my sons, they love baseball. And my oldest son, he's only 9 years old, but, he's playing on these travel baseball teams, and, we're paying for all these extra training and all this stuff. He actually trains with the UC Davis college team with Coach Nicholson and those guys. And so I go to a lot of those baseball games, and they love baseball. Like, they love it. And I think to myself, like, God, did I love baseball as much as these guys? Because if you're going to go live in Tulsa, you better have loved it. You know? So,
well, last thing for me on this, because as a fellow dad who my son plays soccer and basketball, I actually elected. He didn't want to, but I encouraged him to not play football for that exact reason, Coach. Just he loved the other sports more, and there's such a I don't want to say a good chance, such a bad chance, we'll say, that you could get injured in football. So I guess my question for you is, I don't know if your 9-year-old loves football or not, but is there any part of you, if he shows like legit talent, which I'm sure he does, and maybe a future in baseball, as a football coach, is there any part of you that might steer him away from football just because of what you went through?
Well, I think it's a good question, but I would kind of say what you said. Like, it kind of goes down to what they're passionate about and what they really love. Yeah. I think they, unfortunately or fortunately, however you look at it, they do like football a lot because they're around the program a lot. But I've had a lot of parents ask me about, contact football or, full tackle football. And I do think that because the flag football stuff is so popular nowadays, they didn't have that when I was younger. So I would tell people, man, I would stay away from the full contact football until they get to high school and get hopefully really good coaching. Because I think back to the youth football I played, there wasn't a lot of tackling instruction. It was more just go kill people and hit people. And so I love the fact that he can play next level flag football. He learns the rules of the game and gets to run around and play it without having to, get hit in the face. I think you got to wait till you're a little older for that stuff.
Coach, I want to ask you about coming back home this week for NAU after really a tough battle last week. You guys responded every time Cal Poly would score, and that was a good road win. But how about the challenge this week of hosting a very good NAU team?
No doubt, this is going to be a really, really tough challenge. They're similar to us in that they had a new coach last year, and in their first year they went to the playoffs, and really familiar with NAU. I used to coach there a long time ago, and so I know the type of talent you can recruit at a place like that. They're really good in all three phases. This will be, other than Washington, this will be probably the hardest game. Best opponent we've played all year, so this will be a very, very difficult challenge. Fortunate that we get to play it at home.
They have a really strong astronomy unit at NAU, and one of their claims to fame is discovering a couple of astronomical bodies. One is named Eris and the other Sedna, as they are also looking for the hypothetical Planet 9, it says. Here's what's funny, Coach. I actually discovered Sedna. I submitted the paperwork. I did. I submitted the paperwork. It was supposed to be called Dave, not Sedna. Apparently, Jonathan Sedna is one of the NAU guys' his kid. They stole my research. They got credit, and
you're sour about it.
Well, the fact that they're making $30,000 a year on the 30 grand a pop on the lecture circuit. Meanwhile, they doctored my research so they could sell Provasic or whatever. Coach, every week I give you some sort of weird motivational deal, but this one's actually real because it kind of knocked me out of the astronomy business. So again, hopefully you guys are up, quite a bit in the fourth quarter. Maybe
Make them see stars.
I'm just saying maybe it's 4th and 1 on the one, and you're up 6 touchdowns, and maybe you don't kick that field goal. Maybe you
punch one more in.
You punch one more in, Coach. Is all I'm saying.
Well, I'll tell you this: there's nothing that gets my blood boiling than knowing that you lost all that money you could have made on astronomy. Because we know that's how you make money in this world.
That's
yes.
right.
Through the astronomy circuits.
Perfect. Well, see, there you go.
Yep, we learned something.
Yeah, he doesn't have to show a fight to the kids if he doesn't want to going into this game. Coach, good luck. We're always with you. Of course, all UC Davis Aggie football games right here on Sactown Sports with Scotty the Body Marsh as your play-by-play voice. We'll talk to you next week, hopefully after a big win, Coach. Thank you.
Boys, always a pleasure. Please, let's find some joy this week.
Yes.
Thanks, Coach.
Absolutely. That's Coach Tim Plough. We'll take a break.
I didn't know that. I thought I knew everything about you, but I'm sorry I didn't know that. That's a hard story to tell.
I'll be honest, I don't like to talk about it.
All right,
I don't like to talk about it.
It ends here.
We'll take a break when we come back. 3 for Madness. How much tonight's preseason game are you going to watch? We'll talk about leading